Hey boys and girls, I'm here to talk to you about Paul's Wheel of Reasoning and what to do. You're going to be making Paul's Wheel for Ghost Cat. So the first thing you need to do is find a circular object and make a circle on a piece of paper. And then what I did is I cut it out and then I folded it in half and then in fourths and then in eighths. And then I took a ruler to make my lines. So that's how you're going to make the wheel. So I'm going to go over each pie piece so that you know what to do. So the first thing that you're going to start with is your purpose for thinking. And the purpose for thinking starts over kind of near the bottom. So the purpose of learning is to learn how relationships can change. If you remember the story Shells, the whole story was kind of about a relationship that started off bad and then changed as the story went along, kind of due to the hermit crabs. So then we're going to go kind of, I guess, counterclockwise to the question or problem. And the question or problem is that Michael and Esther are not getting along. And that is a problem because there's only two of them. And you can see my stick figures that are looking in the opposite direction. What information or data do we have to support that question or problem? Well, in the beginning of the story, Esther says to Michael, "You hate it here," she said, "and you hate me." So that is that pie piece. Then inferences is the next pie piece going around the circle. Michael never talks too much about his parents' death, but we can infer that the death of Michael's parents is making him angry. And we can infer that he misses them. He says in the story, he still smelled his father's Old Spice somewhere, his mother's talc. Concepts is the next pie piece. And one big concept, of course, is loneliness. How do I know this? Well, Michael has no friends at school, and he says in the story his teachers don't pay attention to him. And the other concept I've kind of already hit on in the purpose is relationships. Michael and Esther have to learn how to cope with each other and learn to live together. What assumptions can be made in the story? Esther assumes that Michael hates her. Michael assumes that Esther is prejudiced and only likes white people. He even says that in the text. What are the implications and consequences in the story? Well, it is a big implication for Michael is that he has nowhere else to be. He has to learn to live with Esther. He's 14 years old, and his parents are gone. If they don't heal the relationship, it's going to be awful for them. Then it talks about point of view. Michael's point of view is he's angry and hurt, and he blames Esther. Esther feels that Michael is just plain ungrateful. Then we have, that is the end of Paul's Wheel of Reasoning. So after you read Ghost Cat and do the evidence chart for whether you think the ghost is real, you're going to do this Wheel of Reasoning. And I will post a picture of what each pie piece is. But look back at this video to help you figure out how to do this one. Okay.